Have you had a dream that you thought was so real? Have you ever had a dream that you thought was real? Till you wake up. That is Twilight Zone. Place where anything can happen. It never does. Unless you're there. Oh, no, I'm blabbering. Here's another story from the Twilight Zone. On Bill. This is called There Are Fairies at the Bottom of the Garden. Norbert Hufflewick is a fairy. He lives in Twinkle-Nose Village at the bottom of the garden, just behind the compost heap, between the garden shed and the greenhouse. Fairies are invisible to the human eye, although they have occasionally been spotted by little children, who the fairy folk refer to as the gentle giants. Most fairies are quite tiny, although they have been known to go up to an inch in height. The tallest one on record was Higbert Longtrousers. He was 2 centimeters and 6 millimeters tall when he finished growing. Norbert Hufflewick's house is in fact an upturned terracotta flower pot. He is a kind and gentle blonde-haired fellow, and loves nothing more than flying high in the sky on the back of a rainbow-winged butterfly. Norbert is 42 years old, which in human terms is approximately 3 weeks, and is employed as a wing painter for the BAF, which stands for Butterfly Air Force. He is a very talented artist. 6 months in fairyland is equivalent to 1 day of a human's life. Albert Grimsweed is Norbert's best friend. They often spend hours fishing for bugs in the puddles after a thunderstorm. They have known each other since they were children, and both attended the Under the Garden Shed school, run by Mrs. Waffleneck, the headmistress. She is an old woman now, and still lives in her little tin cottage, which is in fact a dented rusty baked beans can near the gooseberry bush. Paddy O'Reilly Flanagan Rusk is a leprechaun. He has a mop of curly ginger hair and wears a green pea pod suit. He is Norbert's uncle and has just arrived in Twinkle-Nose Village. He flew over from Ireland on the back of a yellow-beaked butterfly. He flew over from Ireland on the back of a yellow-beaked blackbird, Wing Commander Bertie Ebonyfeather, and landed safely at the Garden Path Airport 2 days ago. He hitched a lift from Slimus Walktongue, a taxi snail, and has just arrived at the front door of Norbert's house. He is a plump, red-cheeked old man and a hopeless drunk. Wicket Fiddlefingers is a colourful little chap. He runs the village store under the rhubarb leaves with his wife Trixabel. She is a chubby, middle-aged woman with a heart of pure gold. Wicket loves wearing colourful clothes, which his wife dyes in raspberry and blackcurrant juice. Paddy O'Reilly Flanagan Rusk, Hufflewick, and Albert Grimsweed are sitting in the Bird Box Tavern, sharing a thimble of nettle ale. Wicket and Trixabel Fingerfingers are on the dance floor, skipping to the tune of Paddy O'Reilly Flanagan Rusk's matchstick fiddle. Norbert, Paddy, and Albert are sitting on acorn chairs at a matchbox table near the bar in the Bird Box Tavern. Lawrence, a black-spotted, red-winged ladybird, So Lawrence Beetleneck, a black-spotted red-winged ladybird, runs the local elevator service up and down the trunk of the old oak tree. He has been very busy tonight. Suddenly there is a thunderous roar, like an earthquake, and an enormous, furry, black and white cat's paw reaches through the small round window of the tavern, and Paddy O'Reilly Flanagan Rusk is impaled through the stomach by sharp ivory claws. The fairies run around the old timber pub, screaming in panic. Old Mr. Sankey walks down the garden path, wearing a pair of green Wellington boots. He throws a bucket of water at the next door's cat, sitting on a branch of the old oak tree. Trixabel Fiddlefingers is drowned in the flood. The grey-haired human opens the door of the garden shed. He straps a cylinder onto his back and sprays the vegetable patch with insecticide. All the fairies in Twinkle Nose Village are suffocated by a strange green mist. The end.